Okay. Hi, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Kayla. Hi. Um, I wanted to guide you all through a meditation today. So thanks, Jess and Shay, for being open to that because I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do here. But I recently, this past weekend, got certified in yin yoga, and essentially it's a practice in acceptance and surrender. And I did this meditation myself this weekend and found it to be very enlightening and kind of came out of it and thought of you guys immediately. So I was like, I feel like I'm being called to share this with you all. Um, so first, if you don't have a journal or something to write on, please get one, or pad of paper, whatever it may be. Um, I will say, if you struggle with being vulnerable or feeling anything, um, I struggle with that myself. Give yourself permission to feel that in this moment. I'm going to lead you through some deeper, heavier questions and scenarios. And I just want you to know that this is a safe space. We all have each other. If you need to turn off your camera in order to kind of get into your own space, I think that's totally fine. Just someone maybe get a boomerang now in case there's like crying later. I just feel like maybe I should say that. Got it. Okay. So, with emotional release, right, it can come in a lot of different ways. Basically, I thought that this was the perfect time with fall. We see the shedding of leaves, all these things. The concept behind this meditation is that exact same thing, right? Shedding anything that isn't serving you um, right now in this moment and is holding you back from being the child of God that you are, being aligned with your spiritual purpose, being the you that you want to be. But we have all of this stuff kind of holding us back and pulling us backwards as we move into uncomfortable situations. And some of those are subconscious patterns, but that emotional release can look like a lot of different things, right? Fears, trembling, tears, anger, the need to bolt and run. Again, just give yourself permission to feel what you feel and sit in it and breathe through it. Um, so, with that, I'll just kind of leave you with something else that really stood out to me in this, and through this interaction, continue to kind of sit with the thought of, do you want to be more loyal to your fear or connected to spirit? You will get whatever you put into this. I cannot force you to face yourself. You can force you to face yourself and whatever comes up, and know that you will make it through the other side. We're all here for each other. Um, but yeah, other than that, I'm gonna get started. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. Again, if you want to turn off your camera because that helps you kind of get into your zone, go for it. At the top of your paper or journal space, I want you to write death meditation. Once you've written that down, close your eyes. I want you to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach, right above your ribs. And then I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Begin to breathe very deeply. Get your core wide open and spacious. Feel your breath moving through your lungs. Feel your own heart beating. Feel your blood moving through your veins. These are rivers of life moving through you. Now consider, if you knew that in 12 hours you would be dead, what would you do now for these last 12 hours of your life? Without a doubt, no matter what you did, run away, kick and scream, curse me or the heavens, it wouldn't matter because you'd still be dead come morning. There's no escape. Get a feel for that. Breathe into that. This is your last little bit of life. You won't even get to see another sunrise. Breathe that in. Feel the truth of that. All of the plans, All of the things you are waiting to do in the future, they're now gone. Maybe you were planning on becoming a teacher or a pilot or a lawyer or a yoga instructor. Maybe you wanted a mate or more children. Maybe you were finally healed enough you were going to allow yourself to love again. But now it's too late for all of that. Feel that. Take a deep breath. In the midst of that feeling, taste how precious each moment now becomes because you have so few of them left. Take a deep breath and savor it fully. This is one of your last breaths. Now get ready to ask yourself some questions. Feel the death of your hopes and dreams, everything you were getting ready for. As you sit here, feeling that death, that loss, what are your regrets? All the ways you were going to live your life, all the dreams you were waiting to live. What were the promises that you made to yourself or your loved ones that you can no longer keep because your time is over? Perhaps you told yourself you'd start caring for yourself in a kind and sane way someday in the future. Well, now you don't have a future. Let yourself fully feel your loss. Begin to write down your regrets. Think about all of the feelings you normally keep shut away because you have to function. There's nothing left to function for anymore. Be brave enough to feel fully now without any guard, because these are the last few feelings you get to have. Take another deep breath, feeling your regrets, your loss. Feel just how precious your life is. Continue to breathe, continue to write. Don't worry if it's scribbled. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense. Just write whatever comes to your mind. Deep breaths. Now you only have 11 hours and 50 minutes left to live. What are your unfinished communications? What did you want to say or write to your loved ones? To the people who touched your heart or who broke it? What are the communications you need to complete before you die? To those who hurt you, those you hate, those you love. Write down everything you wish you could say to those people and be 100% honest. Stay connected to your breath, to the reality of your death coming closer. As you feel your impending death looming over you, ask yourself, what am I still withholding? What's behind my inhibitions? Am I waiting for the right time to feel fully or express myself fully? Why? Think about all the rules that have kept you inhibited from doing what your spirit yearns for. And now it's too late. Your time is up. Write down what you're holding back. Are you still breathing? Feel the heartbeat in your chest. Your ribs expand with every inhale. Allow yourself to be 100% honest. As you feel your impending death coming closer, feel that coolness of death coming closer. Realize there is really no escape from your death. Take a breath and allow yourself to savor the pain because it means you're still alive. As you're feeling the dread coolness of death, ask yourself, what am I imprisoned by? Answer honestly. Take a deep breath. Savor that your lungs and heart still work. Feel for maybe the first time how your breath sparkles through you, something you never took the time to notice before. Feel just how precious these last breaths are, these last breaths of life. As you feel your death begin to strip away your delusions of immortality and comfortable numbness, ask, what have I been lying to myself about? What are all the ways I've sabotaged myself? As your death strips away the lies, can you finally be completely honest with yourself for these last few hours of your life? Check in. See if one of your lies is about how you need your lies. What can you finally be honest with yourself about? Write down what you've been lying to yourself about and all the ways you've sabotaged yourself. If not now, you don't have any other when. Now is all you have. As you feel your death touch and chill your skin, can you finally recognize what you have in your life that should have died long ago? Recall the dead leaves of the tree that need to fall off and turn to compost to feed its roots. What in your life needs to break off and die in order for you to live freely? An eating disorder, abuse, your illness, your pain, or a bad relationship? Which things have been eating your life force like a parasite? Are you going to continue to feed these parasitic energies up until your last breath? What in your life needs to break off and die so you can live freely for your last few hours? Feel death coming closer, coming right up to your face. Feel that coolness of death permeating your skin, chilling it bone deep, slowing your blood and organs. Feel this unstoppable presence of death coming into you. Take another breath. It's one of your last. Treasure it. As the cold invades your extremities, feel that loss of sensitivity in your fingers and toes, your hands and feet as your life force fades. Now, what do you say to your loved ones, knowing that you are not going to see them after sunrise? What are you going to say to them? Write down your last words to those you love. Take another breath. The air is getting heavier and it's harder to pull into your lungs. The oxygen isn't moving much. Take a breath while you still can. Feel death seeping through your core, slowing your blood and heart, turning your lungs flaccid and increasingly useless. What could you do to prepare for death in these last few hours? What steps could you take to have a death with integrity, a noble death? If you can't have a life, what will you do in these few remaining hours to at least have a death that you can be proud of? Write it down. Now your adrenal glands are pumping frantically. You feel your heart. It's actually starting to beat faster. It's racing desperately, beating faster like a trapped bird as death closes in on you. Your vision starts to darken as you grow even colder. Has it become clear to you, finally, what you really love? As death strips away your veils, what matters most to you? Write it down. Feel your heart abandon its frantic efforts, slowing once more, struggling to beat. Feel death fill every last cell and permeate your brain, extinguishing your final thoughts on earth. Feel death come over your heart, and your heart stops. At this moment, when your vital forces are stopped, can you make a choice? Can you make a warrior's choice to choose the life you most deeply desire? Make that choice. Feel death's power. Now use the power of your inevitable death to drag out all that you are ready to let die. Feel death's cold fingers dragging and scraping all of the scar tissue, pain, betrayal, and debris out of you, through your lungs, heart, back. Feel the rest of your death moving through you, pulling with it the remaining garbage that needs to turn into compost. Let death take out what you are ready to be free of. Now, draw in a fresh breath, a breath that sparkles, the first after you return from death, and use it to breathe out all of the foul thinking that fed that debris. Everything that kept you from living the life that you want, that you desire, That is what your spirit yearns for. Breathe it out. Now take another breath. Fill those places that so desperately want to live with this new life force. Put breath in there. Know that death is your ally. Breathe out your death, heavy exhales. Breathe in this new life force, sparkling up from within. Breathe that new life back into your heart. Breathe that new life back into your lungs. Breathe that new life back into your blood and get it moving again. Feel your body slowly warming from your core outward, radiating into your arms and legs, life-giving blood warming you down to your fingers and toes. Feel yourself moving in the direction of what quickens your blood, living your life as your spirit desires, as God intended, living the life that quickens your blood. What are the dreams that you are willing to invest in your life now? Write them down. Continue to breathe as you write down your new dreams, your desires, the things you'll invest into your life. Add the aliveness of your breath to your purpose, your vision. Know that you are worthy of your life force. Know the truth of this. You don't know when death will visit you again. You don't have a moment to waste anymore. Take another breath. Now that you know what really matters to you, can you live it? Keeping your realizations of the death meditation close to you. What reminders do you need to keep steady with yourself when your addictions and old behaviors call to you? When your doubts, your fears show up again? What are you going to do instead to honor your new life? This life that is so precious. Write down the reminders that will keep you aligned with your purpose you've just committed to fulfilling. Those reminders can be single words or phrases. Breathe into them. Take a deep breath, washing that sparkling energy of your spirit into those areas that death has cleansed out for you. Welcome your spirit home into your body fully. You have a tremendous amount of heart and courage. Use it to move past whatever held you back and imprisoned you. Commit yourself to living the life your spirit yearns for and that God intended. Take this new commitment into your next sunrise and every sunrise. The notes you've taken during this meditation are the blueprint for your new life. Keep them close and reread them often. They will help you live your life. They will help you live the life your heart and soul most desire. In doing so, you will be a gift to the world. You have not met what is sacred. You have met what is sacred in you. You have moved what is not. That is all. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining.